Welcome back to another episode of the
Drinking Podcast.
Episode 9, I believe this is now. We're not doing too bad. We're about 2 months now into lockdown, so we're still going strong. Hopefully, not too much longer left. But how are you doing, Dad?
Yeah, I'm still locked down. I went to Aldi a couple of days ago. Got some stuff. Took my mask, but didn't need it. And yeah, that's it. That's about it. That's as far as I've been. And you've been out for a walk today?
Yeah, I took a beer or two with me and went to the castle near us.
Did you?
Yeah.
What, you sat?
Yeah, just sat on the edge, dangling off my feet, just with a couple of cold ones.
Yeah.
Some music blaring, so it wasn't too bad.
Yeah. Okay.
No one was around, so it didn't really matter.
So you took some beer to the castle like an alky.
Yeah, basically. I did get a couple of dodgy looks as I was walking there with a couple of beers in my hand, looking like a pikey. But
yeah. Did you have a paper bag with them in?
If I did, that'd be even dodgier. No, I just took them in my hands.
Oh, okay.
It was cold today, so it don't really matter.
Yeah, it was very cold. It was not a very nice day.
Anyway, well, what have you got for us to drink then, Dad?
So, Mum was travelling, and she, I think she was travelling. I don't know if this is from Morrison's or whether she was travelling. Anyway, she bought 2 litres of Famous Grouse. It's a blended Scotch whisky. It's meant to be drank with a mixer, really, but we're gonna try it with just on its own. Blended whiskies, I must tell you, Jack, are a bit on their own, bit but you know, that's the way it goes. Got our favourite shot glasses.
Oh, brilliant.
From the Rosbrooks. Look at that. You just love those LED lights, don't you?
Hurt my eyes a little bit. But...
Oh, once they start flashing, you know. Oh no. Oh no. You stopped flashing. Right, bear with me.
Batteries. It's probably the batteries. So.
I'll be back.
No, Dad, it's probably...
No, I'll be back. Keep talking.
I don't know where he's going. Anyway, episode 9 of the podcast. As we said last episode or the episode before, we started making our lockdown song. I might play a trailer for that at the end, and that'll probably come out in the next few days. What have you got there then, Dad?
A different one.
A different one.
Yeah. See if it goes. Because we like the LEDs. Hey, we got red. I think he's dead. Oh dear. Never mind. So we got red Famous Grouse and green Famous Grouse.
Sorry, what even is it? Whiskey?
Well, it's whiskey, but it's blended. So some guy sits there and just blends it all together rather than it being pure malt.
You're a malt.
It's not down in one. I'm not down in one. I say it's all right. Still, you still got the green light on.
I'm struggling after that.
Still got the red light on.
Wow.
Roxanne, you don't have to put the red light on.
I was going for a different
Roxanne. That's a Sting song, isn't it?
Anyway, Dad, a lot has been happening in the world in the last week.
Yeah.
Or the last 2 weeks, actually. Firstly, football's coming back this weekend.
Coming home, is it? Or just coming back?
No. Football will come home, but not this weekend. So football is back this weekend.
It is, yeah.
You're looking forward to
Germany.
it? You looking forward to it?
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Been 2 and a bit months without it.
Don't know whether I watch it or not, but
it's nice to have back.
Yeah.
Do you think that's baby steps towards it coming back in England?
Yeah, maybe.
What do you think about players like Danny Rose, Raheem Sterling, Sergio Aguero basically being like, we're scared for our health and safety, why should we have to go out and play football when other people don't have to go out and do their jobs? We're just doing this for their entertainment.
Yeah, it's a fair comment, but actually, Boris said on Sunday, he said, "Oh, don't go out. Go out. Get on your bike.
Don't go on your bike.
Don't go on your bike.
Go to work.
If you go
No,
on your
don't
bike,
go
don't
to
work.
work.
No, don't go to work.
Go to work. No, don't go to work.
If you need to go to work,
Don't go to
stay
work.
at home. And if you need to stay at home, go to work. And
In a nutshell, basically.
in this nutshell, it was as clear as that, really.
Yeah. Go swimming in your pond.
Yes, if you want to go swimming in a pond.
Unlimited exercise. You can train for the Olympics.
Yes, and you can meet your friends as long as you're 2 metres away.
Over. You can only play sports in the park with people who are your family or in your household.
As long as you go on your bike, don't put public transport under any pressure.
But use public transport.
Cycle to work. Don't cycle to work. Yeah, it's a bit like that, wasn't it?
Basically. Yeah, what do you think about their comments then?
Whose comments?
The footballers.
Oh yeah, them. Yeah. Well, I think actually, to be fair, what Boris said, to be fair, was that if you can't work from home, you need to go to work.
Yeah.
That was a fairly straightforward thing. So the footballers' argument has fallen apart now because if they can't work from home, they can't play a Premier League match in their living room.
Yeah.
So what Boris has said is if you can't work at home, go to work. So for Premier League footballers, go to work.
However, I've got a counter argument then. So I think it was last week, 3 Brighton players have got coronavirus. That's been confirmed.
Yeah.
Who are a club in the Premier League.
Yeah.
So what happens if, let's say, well, because Rose said it, let's say Newcastle are playing Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
Like, sure, not playing, oh, what am I talking about? If Newcastle are playing Brighton, sorry,
Yeah.
which they know have got 3 cases of coronavirus in them, like, surely there'll be a part of you which will, like, back off of a certain player, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I get that. It's difficult. It's a team game. I think it's very complicated.
it's a game of 2 halves.
Yeah, it's a game of 2 halves. 11 aside, and it'll all be sorted in the end. I think that what footballers need to do now is not be so precious about the fact that they're having to go out and play football, because if they're well, they should go out and play football because there's loads of other people going to work. They're not on their own now.
Don't go to work.
Well, don't go to work. Go to work. Get on your bike.
But
Walk if you can.
But
If
don't
you
go
can't
to
walk,
work.
get on your bike. But be careful, because you don't want to put your bike under any. Under any
What's
serious-
the bike? What's the
Well, yeah,
bike?
be careful, because you don't want to put your bike in any danger.
You don't have to be quite
Don't put your bike in any danger. And if you need to go to work, go to work.
Don't go to work and go to work.
Go to work. And if you don't go to work, stay at home.
It's basically
It's clear
footballers.
as that.
If they go to work, they
Well,
go to work, but they have to run to work. But if they run to work, then they should technically take a bike to work.
No,
If they
you
don't
don't.
take a bike to work, then they should take a bike to work. But if they don't take a bike to work, then they should take public transport to work.
Yeah.
If they don't take public transport, then they take public transport. If they don't take public transport, then don't go to work. But then go to work if you have to go to work.
Yeah. Don't take the Ferrari.
Don't take the Lambo.
No, don't take it. No, because that's
Walk.
forbidden.
Walk.
Walk if you can.
Walk,
or
cycle,
walk on the bike.
or take public transport.
Yeah.
But don't go to work.
But don't go to
But
work.
go to work.
No, go to work.
Alright,
Yeah.
I've got another news story for you. So, Dad, what would you do if you were a 22-year-old man and you were a rapper and you were mixed up in the wrong people, let's say?
Yeah.
And let's say they screwed you over, let's say, a little bit, and the police got involved, and you had 2 options. Spend 50 years in jail, or go out in 2, but snitch on everyone. What would you do?
You got a problem. If you're in that situation, you got a problem, haven't you? Because if you snitch, you might be out in 2.
You'll also be dead in 2.
Yeah, exactly. You got all the problem of the people you've snitched on.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What would you do?
Well, I've never been in that situation.
If you were, what would you
It's
do?
hypothetical.
Hypothetical.
I'd go for the sentence, and I'd behave really well in prison
And hopefully get out soon.
and get out.
Well,
soon.
Tekashi 6ix9ine didn't do the same thing.
No.
Instead, he snitched on
Oh,
everyone.
did he?
Got 50 years off his sentence. And is now in protective custody.
Yeah.
Because you know what he was doing, though? They required he needed protective custody. So bear in mind, he's just got out of jail. He's now become very famous. Like, he did Instagram Live and got 2 million people on it, and the record before that was 300,000. So it's a bit mad. But what he did was he posted a picture of himself outside his new house, and people saw it and recorded it and put it online. So now everyone knows where he lives,
including the criminals,
including whoever the gang is.
Yeah.
So he's gonna die, basically.
I mean, basically he's stupid.
Yeah, obviously.
He's a criminal and stupid.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter whether he's a rapper or not. He's obviously a criminal and stupid.
Yeah.
So he probably deserves everything that's coming to him.
What, death?
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't wish death on anybody.
Yeah, in my opinion. So would you have taken the sentence then? Because there is... I know some people don't believe in it, but there is a thing called street code. Would you take the sentence?
I'd take the sentence.
I think
That's the honourable thing to do. I've never been in that situation, so
hopefully
I
you never will. Yeah, hopefully.
So I'd take the sentence.
Who are you with, Dad? What gang are you with? You
Not with any
the
gang.
London gangs?
Not with any gang.
But you have like a hoodie or something like that.
No,
Go
not
around
really gangs.
you go around Sutton Valence with.
Well, there's no
riding
gangs
bike.
in Sutton Valence, is there? I haven't seen any anyway.
Imagine if there is. What do you think they'd be called? Posh boys.
Yeah, probably.
Posh boys.
Yeah.
Cricket studs.
Yeah, rugby boys.
Rugby reunions.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's doing a lot of stuff and become very famous very, very quickly because, well, he was already very famous,
Well,
but
he's going to become very
very
6
dead.
foot under very quickly, isn't he?
Yeah. Which is a shame.
Stupidity.
But yeah, I mean, it doesn't really help when you're doing stuff like posting pictures
Stupidity.
of yourself outside your front door, really, is it?
Stupidity.
He should have just not gone to work, but gone to work.
Well, if he wasn't going to go to work, he should have gone on his bike. He should have gone to work if he couldn't work at home, and he should have walked if he couldn't go on his bike. But he should have gone to work, because if he didn't go to work, then he should have gone to work.
Do you even know what you're saying at this
No.
point? You're
Go to
lost.
work.
Do you want to talk about that CV series you and me were watching recently?
What was that one?
Big Ed.
Oh yeah, Big Ed. Yeah, Big Ed in Thailand or wherever he was.
What,
No, it wasn't the Philippines.
Philippines. So
Big Ed.
for those who don't know,
Dickhead.
search up on YouTube. I do recommend it. It's one of the greatest
Yeah.
things I've ever watched in my life. It follows the story of a man called Big Ed, who is a 4'11" man with no neck, who is in his mid-50s, who starts dating this 20-something-year-old Filipino girl.
Who goes either online or to the Philippines to look for a Filipino bride. Yeah? That's safe, isn't it? We'll say that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
He's looking for
We
a
don't know the
Filipino-
past, but yes, most likely.
He's
yeah.
looking for a Filipino girlfriend, bride, whatever.
Or someone who he can trick into shagging her.
Whatever.
And yeah, so...
He's not a pleasant character.
No, he's a
The
bit of a
person he
dick.
finds isn't a pleasant character either.
Nope. Which is why they're so perfect. Yes, also why they probably don't work out. Spoiler. But anyway, what are your thoughts, firstly, on him before he goes to the Philippines?
Have I seen that?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, he just looks like a dickhead, so... I don't know. He's obviously trawling the internet looking for
So there was this bit
Filipino
where he said
girlfriends.
he sent $5,000 worth of stuff to her, although $2,000 was in postage and packaging to her, but none of it got to her.
Okay.
Then there's the thing where her sister asks him privately for money, but tells him not to tell her about it.
So his sister
This
must
is all
have
before-
intercepted some of the communication.
Yes, this is all before he goes to
Yeah.
the Philippines, and he finds out like she has a 4-year-old son. It's all a bit weird that he's still like his mates. I think he's got a work colleague who's this lady, and she's like, "What are you doing?" Like she flat out like picks apart what he's trying to do. What do you think then of their first interactions then, of like that first day?
Well, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's awkward beyond belief.
Yeah. It's not going to work out. She is looking for
Money.
a way out of the Philippines.
Yeah. With their 4-year-old son.
To America or whatever, and he is looking for a Filipino girlfriend.
I just think a girlfriend, to be honest.
Well, maybe a girlfriend, and he just ends up in the Philippines.
Because he cheated on his wife when he was in his 20s, so and I think he makes very clear he hadn't been in a relationship in about 20 years. So I think it is almost a case of desperation, you could argue. But yeah, on their first day together, he asked her to take an STD test. A bit out of the blue, wasn't it? When he asked her that.
Yeah, it was a dickhead, really.
And she rightfully is hurt by that, in all fairness.
Yeah.
However, she then goes back to him straight after.
Yeah, which is strange.
Because
she should have then just exited forever.
Yep, she should have been like,
That's
jog
it.
on, mate.
Exit.
You've got no neck. Leave me alone.
Yep.
But no, because she is obsessed with money and wanting a way out of the Philippines, she goes back to him in a very strange way. It's in like this little coffee shop, innit? And she just shows up after he's been sitting there for about a day.
Yeah.
And then they all get back together.
Which is odd in itself, because it's kind of like, I'll let him sit there for several hours and then I'll turn up. Whereas he should have just gone hours ago, shouldn't he?
Yeah, to be fair. What were your thoughts then when she took him home to meet her family, including her son?
Yeah, it was a bit weird, wasn't it? And they had a storm and all the rain was coming in and everything, and yeah, it was just a bit weird. Really.
What did you think about the interaction with her son when she was like saying hi to daddy and stuff like that?
Yeah, that was odd, wasn't it?
It's fucking odd.
Because obviously he's not the daddy at all.
Yeah, no.
He's just perceived as a rich American, I guess.
Yeah.
But you know, I don't know. I've never been in. I can't comment really because I'm not in a situation where I am a poor Filipino.
Or a 50-year-old white man. Oh wait, no, you are.
No, I'm not a 50-year-old ugly fat American who just is looking for.
Oh yeah, how big head? Oh man, like big head.
No.
So anyway, they then go to a hotel on. Is it in like Hawaii? They go on like a little vacation, remember? He like gets a What they go on like this honeymoon, I think they refer to it as, which again just seems like she's exploiting him for money.
Yeah,
like always. But it all ends there, sadly.
Yeah.
Ends quite awkwardly as well. But...
Yeah, I can't remember that bit.
So basically, they're sat on like I don't know at dinner, at lunch, something like that, and she basically goes up to him and is just like, I don't like you, you've been rude to me too much, stuff like that, which is all fair enough to be fair, but she arguably should have said that 2 years earlier. Well, not 2 years, just basically, moral of the story, if you are a 50-year-old white man, don't go looking for young Filipino girls, go looking for young Filipino girls. Don't send $5,000 to them. Send $5,000 to them.
No, don't. Yeah, don't.
Don't send $5,000.
If you can cycle.
If you can cycle to the Philippines, don't cycle to the Philippines.
Cycle.
Cycle, but don't cycle to the Philippines.
Yes, and if you can do it from home.
Do it from home. If not, don't go from home.
Don't do it from home, and cycle if you can. And be careful because a little birdie up there. My friend. Look. On the guttering. It's gone. That's my friend. That's my friend.
Oh, this is a car crash.
No, it was my friend. A little birdie, and he was my friend.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
This is a car crash, isn't it?
Yeah. You need to do some serious editing on this one.
I don't know. I think this
No,
is
you do.
running
No, Jack,
really
you do.
smooth.
You need to edit out a few things.
I think this is running very
Right,
very
okay, so
smooth.
we're going to do a bit of famous grouse.
Well, whatever that means, no, we still got plenty to talk about.
We haven't. It's dried up.
We
Sorry.
have got plenty to talk
haven't.
about. Yeah, we do.
I'll sing a song or something and
No,
we'll
you
see it
won't.
out.
No, you won't.
Okay,
Okay. So Boris's speech, we'll go back to it. He said that
He said that go to work, don't go to work. If you can go on your bike, go on your bike. If you can't, don't go on your bike. Walk. Don't use public
walk.
transport. Don't walk.
no.
Go to work. Don't go to work.
Anyway, so he said, like, there's a possibility that lockdown will end 1st of June. That is like,
Yeah,
where
but
they're gonna
the pubs won't open. They're not going to open until July.
at least July
Yeah.
by the looks of it. And what do you think about, because for example, Reading, which was a festival I was looking forward to going to, thank you, coronavirus, has been cancelled.
Yeah.
How much stuff do you think is going to be affected by this even after lockdown?
Tons. This is going to go on for months, if not years, because coronavirus isn't going to go away. Yes, there will be a what's it called? An injection. What's it called? When you have an injection against the flu.
Jab.
A jab or whatever. Yeah, you know what it's called. Anyway.
Jab.
But it'll take years to jab everybody.
Yeah.
So
Do you think
this is going to be around for a long time? So social distancing. And
Do you think
everything
there'll be a
goes with it.
second peak then? So, like, for example, like, because of course it's going to go down with everyone in lockdown. That's not rocket science.
Yeah.
Do you think once everyone is out, then there's going to be like, so it's going to go like this, then back up to like that?
I think the summer will help stop the second peak, but I think the risk of a second peak is the autumn, winter. But it won't be as big as the last one.
What do you think happens then in the second peak? Do you think we go into another lockdown?
No, I don't think that'll happen a second time.
Really?
Yeah.
So what do you think happens then when? Because obviously cases are going to rise again when everything reopens. That's not rocket science. Like, everyone's back together. Of course, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
But
the rules will be such in that the people that are most at risk won't be allowed to get back together.
So by that you mean older people, people with
older
previous
people,
health problems.
Yeah, all that. All that'll be really controlled. And if people who are at risk are allowed to, then they'll have to wear a mask. So I think we're in control. I don't think the government of any westernised country can shut down the economy twice. I don't think it can happen.
Because it shagged too much the
I don't
first
think it can
time,
happen.
innit?
I don't think it can happen.
So how long do you think until everything is reopened then? Would you guess? For me, I think
August?
I would say August. Yeah.
August. I think we'll be reopened and operating as normal with social distancing and all that kind
You
of stuff.
still think we'll be social distancing in August?
That's not going to go away this year. I don't think so.
Oh.
I don't know what happens at airports.
I guess I've got another rave cancelled then.
I don't know what's going to happen at airports.
Brilliant. Thanks.
Because if you social distance at Heathrow, we know that the queue will be about 8 miles long for any plane. So I don't know what happens there. Maybe everybody has to be tested. Maybe everybody has to wear a mask.
That's a good point, though. How long until you think we'll be able to fly overseas, or how long until other countries are allowed to come into England or the United States?
I think there'll be a bit of that towards the end of this year.
Yeah.
But I think in terms of holidays, I think it's next year.
Never happening, yeah. Not happening until next summer,
yeah. Well, maybe next Easter.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly. Wait, so you really don't think we'll still be social distancing by the end of this year?
Yeah.
But surely, like, if everything is reopened, like your equivalents of your bars, your pubs, even your
I still
corner
think there'll be
shops,
rules. So in an environment where you have to be together closer, I think you might have to wear a mask.
Mm-hmm.
In an environment where you can keep 2 meters, I think you might not wear a mask. I think that there'll still be rules. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea what the government will do, but I think it'll be...
It'll just be go to work, don't go to work.
Oh, if go to work.
Don't go to work.
Don't go to work. Get on your bicycle.
Don't get on your bicycle.
Don't get on your bicycle.
But get on your bicycle.
Look after your bicycle.
Don't look after
Don't
your
put your
bicycle.
bicycle in any danger.
But don't look after your bicycle. Don't look after your bicycle.
Go to work.
Go to work. Don't go to work.
Don't go to work.
Go to work. Don't go to work.
And if your children go to work, go to school.
Go to school.
If they go to school, then they should go to school, and you should go to work. And
is it just me, or does
Whatever.
Boris's speech remind you of like a Monty Python sketch?
so I think he tried his best.
It was pre-recorded as well, so I expected a bit better of an execution.
I think he tried his best. I think he's trying to be a liberal conservative. I think
He doesn't
he's
want to be
trying
Thatcher, does he?
No, he doesn't want to be Margaret Thatcher. He wants to be more like Churchill. He wants to
Lead us,
lead us into.
fight them on the beaches,
Yeah,
etc.
he wants to lead us to safety rather than dictating what will happen. And I personally think that's the right way.
Speaking of Monty Python sketches, what's your best Monty Python sketch?
Yeah, what's the best one sketch?
What's the one where the lady buries a
Hello.
cat?
Yeah. Hello, Mrs. Smoker.
Hello, Mrs. Non-Smoker.
Hello, Mrs. Non-Smoker. Ooh, I've spent 4 hours burying the cat.
Oh,
it wasn't dead then.
Oh no, the bloody thing would stop wriggling.
Wriggling around. Ooh, wriggling around. Ooh.
The bloody thing wouldn't stop wriggling around.
I've spent 4 hours flushing the budgerigar down the toilet.
Ooh, have you?
Ooh.
What is the one where he walks in, he's bought a parrot and he's killed it?
Oh yeah,
instantly?
that's the famous one, isn't it? That's John Cleese.
Yeah.
The parrot is dead. Oh, he's just sleeping.
He's just sleeping. No,
No,
I just bought this from you about an hour ago and he's dead.
No,
he's sleeping.
No.
That's how they sleep.
He's all right. He's sleeping. Yeah, and it goes on.
It goes on and on.
And on and on. Right, should we try a bit more famous grouse?
Play the guitar first, because I don't want that to knock you over too much.
No.
What are you gonna play us out on then?
I don't know.
He doesn't know.
Should I do one of my own songs?
Do something upbeat. We're in a don't go to work situation. So go to work but don't go to work. Play the guitar, don't play the guitar.
Okay. What can I do on the? I don't know anything. Okay.
Ooh,
I don't know.
Ooh, play guitar. Ooh, Mr. Non-Smoker.
Sun is shining in the sky. There ain't a cloud in sight.
It's not raining, everybody's in the place, and don't you know, it's a beautiful new day. Hey, running down the avenue, see how the sun shines brightly in the city. You're fucking up all the chords. Do you want to start again?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
you mucked up all the chords.
Okay.
Take two.
Sun is shining in the sky. There ain't a cloud in sight. It's not raining. Everybody's in the place, and don't you know, it's a beautiful new day. Hey. Running down the avenue, see how the sun shines brightly in the city. It's a beautiful new day. Hey. Is the blue sky?
Please tell us why you had to hide away for so long. Where did we go wrong? Blue sky, please tell us why you had to hide away for so long. Where did we go wrong?
Guitar solo.
sky, please tell us why you had to hide away for so long. Where did we go wrong? Hey there, Mr. Blue, we're so pleased to be with you. Look around, see what you do. Everybody smiles at you. Hey, look at Mr. Blue Sky. Mr. Blue Sky. Mr. Blue Sky. Mr. Blue, you did it right. What you took this tonight. Creeping over, now his hand is on your shoulder. Never mind, I remember you this. I remember you this way. Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why you had to hide away for so long. Where did we go wrong? Hey there, Mr. Blue, we're so pleased to be with you. Look around, see what you do. Everybody's positive. La, 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 la,
That was the, you know, that's where it went then. Turn this record over.
You can stop now. You can stop. Put it down.
Put the guitar down.
Put the guitar down. Don't put the guitar down.
Well, if you play the guitar, then you
Play
should
the guitar, don't
play the guitar. But make sure that it's safe.
Play the guitar. Don't play the guitar.
Make sure that it's safe, and don't play the guitar unsafely.
Oh,
and
jeez, I've spilt a little bit.
if you play the guitar safely, then you should be aware that you should play the guitar safely. Play the guitar. Don't play the guitar. If you can't play at home,
Play at home.
Play at home.
But if you can play at home, play at home. Don't play at home.
Well, play on your bicycle.
Play on your bike. Don't play on your bike.
Well, if you can't play at home, play on your bicycle and
I would
go for a walk.
I think we've milked it a bit too much.
Go for a walk.
Let's just shot this.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. COVID.
You thought I would have learned from the first time, wouldn't you? You would have thought I would have learned from shotting it all down in one last time, wouldn't you?
Bye.
Anyway, thank you for watching another episode of Drinking Podcast. We hope you enjoyed episode 9. I will now be playing, after we've done, a little trailer of our lockdown song that we'll be dropping in the next few days.
Oh wow! Because we've written a COVID song.
A COVID lockdown
It's
song. Tell us a little bit about that. Andy Rosier.
Well, it's a song that myself and Jack have written.
Written and composed.
And composed.
And filmed. And edited. Not edited.
We edited it. We didn't edit it. We wrote it. We didn't write it. We got on our bike. We wrote it on our bike. And
Not on
we
our
went
bike.
to work.
But didn't go to
We
work.
didn't go to work.
From home, not to work.
We worked at home and didn't go to work. We worked at home and went on our bike.
What are your thoughts on the song then?
I think it's a good song.
As a songwriter.
I think it's a good song. I think we've got a good riff.
Yep.
It was an original riff.
Yep.
That we came up with, and then we came up with a melody, didn't we? And you're rapping, and I'm singing, and it's a guitar song. It's a good song.
It's not bad, is it? Hopefully you will see that with possibly a music video in the next few days, maybe. Hopefully we're going to get that done soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to drop a little trailer for that now.
Okay.
We hope you enjoyed an episode.
Episode.
Fuck me.
It's episode. Episode 9.
Oh, it's been such a long
Episode 9. And
subscribe to the channel.
subscribe.
Give us a like. Write in the description if there's anything else. Not description, comment section. Fuck me, I can't do this.
Done.
I'm done.
I'm
in a bit.
done.
Thank you for watching.
And I'm done.
Bye.
Yeah. Hey, man's never been That's not me and it's shut down. Ring ring pussy, it's shut down. Hey. Fashion week and it's shut down. Went to the show sitting in the front row in a black tracksuit and it's shut down. Touch the road and it's shut down. Boy better know when it's shut down. Yeah, take time if a man want try me. No time. Usain Bolt when I run up on stage, I pick up the mic and it's reload time. Don't know your songs but they know mine. That's why I got gigs just like Joe Grind. After the show I'll be rolling mine. Don't care about the no smoking sign. They tried to steal my vision. This ain't a culture, it's my religion. God knows I don't wanna go prison, but if a man want try me, trust me, listen. Me and my G's ain't scared of police. We don't listen to no politician. Everybody on the same mission and we don't care about your ism and schisms. Cause it's shut down. That's not me and it's shut down. Ring ring pussy, it's shut down. Fashion week and it's shut down. Went to the show sitting in the front row in a black tracksuit and it's shut down. Touch the road and it's shut down. Boy better know when it's shut down. You wanna act like a G for the camera. You say you're Muslim, you say you're Rasta. Say you don't eat pork, don't eat pussy. Liar, you're just an actor. Blood, you're not on your dean. And if Selassie I saw you, he would say blood, take off the red, gold and green. Them man are soft just like ice cream. Scene, start moving correctly. If you don't wanna upset me, you get me. You tryna show me you're friendly? I told you before, the shit don't impress me. I better make you respect me when you see the man them are selling out Wembley. Roll deep in a blacked out Bentley, pull up outside like what I want sexy. Yeah, and it's shut down. That's not me.